Good evening, Zimbabwe. Welcome to another exciting edition of Economic Forum, your weekly program that brings you economic highlights from across Zimbabwe. My name is Petros Muhawa. On this week's program, we shall be looking at economic empowerment, more so youth economic empowerment. And to help us unpack this subject, we invited two young gentlemen into the studio. That's Tino Mtwangwa.
Yes, that is.
And Tinashe Chaipa.
Thank you for having us.
Gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Right. These gentlemen are not just young. Tino, 23, and Tinashe, 22. Founded an organization incorporate ZIM. Gentlemen, enlighten us. What is incorporate ZIM?
So in short, Incorporate ZIM is a youth empowerment platform which showcases what Zimbabwean youth are doing across the world and in Zimbabwe. And it allows for mentorship and networking.
Okay. What is the mandate of Incorporate ZIM?
Our mandate is to inspire the youth and to share our success stories, to brand our country the best possible way we can as youth.
Okay, you being 20, 22, 23, what drove you to that? Branding a country, branding a generation is not small talk business. Why did you decide to pursue that road?
Okay, from a young age, we've loved our country and we've loved what our people do. And because we have so many friends within Zimbabwe and out of Zimbabwe doing big things, we decided, why are we not celebrating each other? Why are we not sharing our success stories? So our purpose with our page was to change the perspective, to have progressive-minded Zimbabweans all together on one platform for them to share their success story.
Tinashe?
What really motivated us to start it was because, like Tino said, me and him, from a young age, we really have always been in love with Zimbabwe, what Zimbabweans do, but we're also privileged, like most other Zimbabwean kids, to go study, abroad. And when you're there, you realize that some people are sort of like ashamed to be Zimbabwean, So we wanted to break that stereotype and break the negativity also back here home and show other youths in Zimbabwe and outside Zimbabwean borders that, you can be the next Zuckerberg if you wanted to, or, the next biggest miner in Africa, Basically, that's just all I wanted to do.
Tino, you are based in Canada.
Yes, that's true.
Being from diaspora as you are, what is it that you have observed as the move or the idea from the Zimbabwean youth who are back at home or who are around the world?
So, since I've been blessed with the chance to be out there in the world, at first it was a huge task I was always tasked to go out there and see what other people are doing and try to bring it back home. And once we were out there, we discovered that, the world is really an oyster, and that as long as you have an idea and you go out and create it and you are passionate about what you do, it can expand into something, which is what we wanted to do with Incorporate ZIM.
You're based in Zim?
Yeah, studied in South Africa, but now based in Zimbabwe. Yes.
Interesting. Yes. How did you guys meet? You are co-founders of the organization. There were two other members who didn't come to the studio.
Yes.
How did you guys meet?
Funny story, actually. We went to the same primary school.
Oh, is it?
And same high school for about 4 years. Then even had the same extra lessons teacher.
Okay.
So we just always stayed in contact, always same circles and everything.
Him based in Canada, you based in SA?
Yes.
Okay, but you are now full-time back in
Full-time back in Zimbabwe.
Okay, meeting of the minds. You co-founded an organization. He's in Canada. It's an online platform where youth get to meet and pick mentorship, network and stuff. How did you get to be interested in one and the same thing at the same time?
I don't know if I can say great minds thinking alike, because we had talked about the idea a year before,
okay.
And we were both keen on it, It was now just a matter of action and doing it. Then when the time was right, I guess, then he's the one who actually sent me a message and he was like, let's go forward with it. And I was like, no, sure, let's do it.
So you come in?
Yeah, then from there it was just a go.
Oh, perfect. When was it founded?
July 2019.
July 2019.
Yes.
So it's like 6 months now.
6 months, yes.
Your mainstream platform, how does this work? Educate me. Incorporate ZIM. How do I get on board?
Sure. So, as I said, our platform is for all Zimbabwean youths. Okay, it's not just subjected to a certain group of people. It's all of us. So whether you're in Zimbabwe, whether you're in China, whether you're in Toronto, we've already profiled 40 Zimbabweans all across the world. So all you have to do to be on our platform is just to send us a DM, an inbox, and you can be on our platform. Depending on what it is that you do, you describe to us what field you're taking, and as long as you're making strides in your particular field, and you feel like you have a purpose to share what it is that you're doing, and any tips that you may have, we go on to profile you on our page.
Okay, let's go back to layman terms. I'll send you a DM. Which mainstream media do you use? Instagram, Facebook, online, digital, internet, what do you use?
So as of right now, we both have a Twitter page and we have an Instagram page. Instagram is our main
platform, yeah.
Let's go back to branding. What is it that we are branding as Zimbabwean youth? What kind of an image does Incorporate ZIM depict out there to the world?
So Incorporate ZIM depicts the image that Zimbabwean youths are dynamic and that they're more than capable to achieve what they want to do like any other youth in the world. Despite our economic situation, despite any hard circumstances that we may be facing, that there's still hope and light at the end of the tunnel, and that we always need to have hope.
Okay. How many followers do you have now on your platform?
Roughly 2,400. To be exact, 2,360, 340. Yeah.
In 6 months now?
Yeah, in 6 months.
And what's your target?
Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit. We're trying
if we get the whole of Zimbabwe on board.
Why not?
Okay. Yeah. Gentlemen, enlighten me on profiling. What is profiling as far as Incorporating is concerned?
Perfect. So profiling is when our platform does the job for the individual. So what the individual needs to do is to send us an information, and then we go on to design it the best way possible we can on our platform.
Okay. There you have it, viewers. That's Tino Mchangwa and Tinashi Chaipa, co-founders of Incorporate ZIM, a branding and imaging and youth networking organization. We'll take a short break. Welcome to the second segment of Economic Forum. Tino, before we went for a short break, we were discussing profiling. But before we go deeper into profiling, can you enlighten us, how did the page come about?
Sure. So me and Brian and our other co-founders, Michael and Kevin, we are all positive people, just to begin with. We're very positive. And for a long time, we were seeing the negative publicity towards our country. And even just going on social media, it was becoming very depressing because, you know, you need a message of positivity around you. You cannot solve anything with a negative mind. So what we wanted to do was to do away with the negativity. We wanted to bring about positivity.
Yeah, definitely. Plus also another thing is we wanted to, it's no secret that, the economic situation in Zimbabwe is quite tight, but we wanted to make sure that even Zimbabwe, whether you have a degree or whether you don't have a degree, that you behave and act as what they call a critical thinker.
Okay.
As you don't always seek for a job, but create a job for others as well. Because, we're trying to teach the youth that no matter how many shambles the economy is in, you can always create a job for your peers and other people that you don't know and be the drive for economic change. So that's why we also mainly started, the platform.
Okay. Negativity. How much negativity was there? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. How bad was it? It drove you to start a positive think tank, image and networking. What was so bad? What was so negative?
Just the perception of the country
itself.
Okay. You think that especially as a kid from diaspora, if you're going on social media, like I said, I miss home, I love home. So I always want to go on social media. I always want to stay connected, even from far away.
And voila, negative.
And it was hurtful. It just becomes it dampens your day.
Okay.
And what we wanted was we just wanted to change what people would talk about, and we cannot. There's a Zimbabwean artist that said, I think that's square album recipe. So our purpose was now to change the narrative.
Okay.
And to be a beacon of hope.
Perfect. Okay. Profiling. Enlighten us on profiling.
Profiling.
On incorporate ZIM.
Sure. So now we're going into exactly how you can be on our platform, which is the most important part, because we want as many Zimbabwean youth on our platform as possible. So profiling is when we will write up on you with the information you've given to us. In layman terms, so if you want to be profiled, you send to me what it is that you do, and then we'll write up on it. You also send us material, whether it's videos, anything you might feel is beneficial to the people. You send that to us, and we'll post it on our platform.
Okay.
Then there's hosting. Hosting is for those youths that are not camera shy. So what hosting entails is, you still send us, an email or DM on Instagram on our platform about what you do and what you've achieved so far, and then we give you our credentials, so our username and our password. And a day before, hours before, we post a picture of you together with like a note about what you've done, what you do, and a biography basically. Then you have access to our page for 24 hours. So basically, hosting, when you host, you're meant to tell people who you are, what you do, where you are currently based, what you've done so far, what you plan to achieve, and your advice for other Zimbabwean youth who are in the same, I would say sector or boat that you are in, and what they can do to get to where you've managed to get to.
And what's also really important is also the hardships that you faced.
Yeah.
Because that's what's critical, because we understand that there's so many people who feel demotivated or have lost hope. Mm-hmm. So we want anybody who's managed to actually pave a way for themselves in their particular field to show how they overcame any hardship they faced or any circumstances they faced.
So who have you profiled so far? And what ages are we talking about? By the way, does the organization has a age limit?
No.
You are 22, he's 23.
Not really.
It's for the Zimbabwean youth. So we've profiled people as young as 16.
Yeah.
There's a girl called Tanya Zina.
Mm-hmm.
She's a
motocross
biker. And we've had people as old as 28. Who's Tanaka Chiriga. He's in the arts. He's a director. So our platform is for any Zimbabwean youth, So as long as you want to be profiled, as long as you have something to share to the people, we will have you on our platform.
That's profiling. Who have you hosted so far on your platform?
We've hosted, there's this guy called Tino Virio. We've hosted him.
What does he do?
He's more of a musician. He's based in the United States. That's what he does. We've had Emanuela. She's into cosmetics, the makeup industry. That we've also had
Chelsea Keta.
Yeah, Vesa Chelsea Keta. She's also very big in the makeup. She's just Hollywood type of makeup.
It's crazy. The other day on Twitter, she actually amassed 400,000 likes.
Wow. From one post that she did. She can make you look like there's a scar on your face and there's no scar on your face. She's quite incredible.
So these are the ambassadors, Zimbabweans around the world doing positive things, which incorporate ZIM want to take to the world.
Yes.
And say, this is who we are, a Zimbabwean youth. This is what we do. Let's celebrate the positive and let's be good brand ambassadors.
That's it.
Okay, are there any networking opportunities on incorporate ZIM? Because the profiles you've just given me, it will now look like it's an elite boys club. Rich guys, rich kids who have made it out of the world. They've been to California and seen the wonders of the world. This is now, I'm talking of a small guy in Bari, talented, whatever the case may be. Is there any networking opportunities on Incorporate ZIM for a person like that?
Incorporate ZIM was actually made for a person
like that.
Is it?
Yes.
Educate me.
So now with our platform, as long with hosting, particularly with hosting,
Yeah.
hosting is where the networking happens. Because when we profile you, you don't actually get on our platform. We share your story, so people would then have to go on to DM you. But once you go on our platform, all you have to do is send a message while you're hosting to incorporate ZIM, and you network with the person. We've had Willard Kachere on our platform. He's focused on forex trading. He's an entrepreneur.
He's everything. He's a basic conglomerate, yeah.
On our platform, once you host, serious mentorship can go on. Willard Kachere is a serial entrepreneur. He went on our platform, and exactly 3 people even personally sent him a message for him to actually mentor them and how to do stock trading, forex trading, and all these different things. And he's gone on to take them on for mentorship.
Okay, there you have it, viewers. Mentorship on Incorporate ZIM. We'll take a short break. Welcome to the third and final segment of Economic Forum, where we have 2 co-founders, Tino Mchangwa and Tinashe. The gentlemen are co-founders of Incorporate ZIM, young think tanks, 23, 22. You wouldn't think gentlemen at that age will start an international movement of that magnitude. Anyway, before we went for the break, you were talking of personalities you have profiled on your platform.
Yes. So I was saying on our platform, we've profiled over 40 Zimbabwean individuals from 3 different continents and 5 different countries. And we hope to continually expand. One of the ones we are really proud of, we're proud of all of them, but we're proud of Felistus Mwanga, who is actually the captain of
the ZIM Gems.
The ZIM Gems, who made us proud. You see stories such as that, and she shared her story about how she came from underprivileged family and how she still managed to go to the UK and is now making a name for herself. So despite the circumstances that you may be in, we choose any person with any background can be on the platform. And we've had Hlanganiso
Matangaite, yeah. He's about to revolutionize how African homes, because the biggest problem in Africa, anyway, go in Africa to South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, it's energy, it's electricity. And he's about to revolutionize how African homes can be powered at a very, very cheap cost. So he's there with solar, and he's based in the UK. And this last year, they came and they did their first pilot study in Zimbabwe.
Okay.
So yeah, and from what he said, it was quite successful. So yeah, we're yet to follow up with him, but yeah, we're also proud of stuff like that.
And he's part of Incorporation.
Yeah, and we've also even had people host. There's a guy called Tashi Hunda. He even took it a step further. He was initially into consultancy, but now he has a company that helps youths, not only Zimbabwean youths, but African youths, like build their CVs, and if you have a business idea, market themselves better to investors, you know, for them to grow and everything. So yeah, we've had people like that.
So youth can tap into that expertise by being part of Incorporation.
Definitely, and it's just literally a message away.
Okay, and you are in that wisdom. Perfect. Let me take you back. Profiling. Do you just profile individuals, or you can profile a group of youth pursuing a certain direction?
A company, you know, by definition, it's its own entity, it's its own person, it's treated as its own person. So if you're a company, we can profile a company if you want to. I mean, there's usually the face of the company, but if all of you, let's say there's 4 of you in a company and you started a company and you feel like you're all, you know, very equally, you know, gifted in the company and you're all not camera shy, we can all like profile and have you host. It's no problem at all.
Okay. We've actually hosted not a company, but a foundation, a charity foundation called Chengetai, which focuses on girl sanitary pads.
Okay.
And the face of that was Ratito, but she went on to profile her company, which was Chengetai.
Okay. Despite the patriotism, what do you guys benefit from Incorporation?
Well, I don't know if you've read the statement, your network is your net worth. So what we are trying to create is, you know, like Tino was saying this before, we are, you know, the country and the continent are in the youth's hands, you know. the older generation did what they could, you know, they got independence, got land, you know, it's now up to, you know, the youth, you know, to take the button stick and move forward. So I know most people will be like, no, there's something they definitely need to benefit financially from, but no, because Tino one day could have a business and, you know, incorporate ZIM as a network. You can network with people there. If you're in Mbari or in Highfield, you know, and you have a business idea, you can network there. Because the more startups and the more businesses we have, you know, the more an economy develops, creates jobs, you know. Like I can go on and on about the benefits of small startups. You know, they're the backbone of any economy. You know, more revenue be produced, more gross domestic product. So it's just basically about, you know, showing the world and other Zimbabweans that, you know, let me use Shona for this. You know, that's the only we can go for. Chofamba.
Okay. Educate me about the Ivy Scholarship.
Sure. So with our platform, education as the youth is critical. So we have channeled out to, or we've reached out to several different youths who are abroad in America and in the UK. But particularly you mentioned Ivy, which is in the States. We had one of our profiles was Rutendo Njawaya. She's currently in the United States, in New York at Columbia University, where she is on a full scholarship, all catered for. And she goes on to explain how she became a Jeff Bezos scholar.
Okay.
And she presents the opportunity of how you can go to African Leadership Academy in Johannesburg. Well, that was her journey. See, everybody has a different journey, but her journey was through African Leadership Academy, which managed to open doors for her to go to Columbia University.
So all that was profiled on Incorporate ZIM. So any youth there inspiring to get a full scholarship can log on to Incorporate ZIM and...
Any youth who wants to make strides, particularly academically, can go on our page and see how different Zimbabwean youths have made it academically. So we have Rutendo, who managed to go through Ivy. And then we have Nandi Mabusa from the United Kingdom, who has started off her own organization called Sarada Connections.
Okay.
And that is for Zimbabwean youths who are planning to go to the UK and who need advice or who need any sort of tips on how to go through tertiary system in the United Kingdom.
Is it? Oh, perfect. So what's the future for Incorporate ZIM? Now that we're here.
Bright future. But this year we have a couple of things we need to do. Firstly, we are going to, as soon as schools open, high schools, we want to host a competition for, you know, high school kids, an entrepreneurial competition. So how this competition works is you send us an email with a video alongside a full business plan, you know, explaining your idea and, you know, how you can grow the idea into being a profitable business. You know, so each week we're planning to engage about 20 high schools. So each week we want to get 50 contestants. So each week we're going to have contestants from different schools go head to head. You know, and the more views and likes you get on our Instagram TV, on our platform, we count that as the votes that you get. You know, then of course as the number gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, we'll open another voting platform. But the whole goal of the competition is, at the end of the competition, the best three business ideas stand a chance to get their business idea, you know, funded and make it a dream.
You know, on your part, what's the future for Incorporate ZIM?
The future is for us to grow. I have plans to make sure that the platform goes on to have hundreds of followers, hundreds of thousands of followers. And the plan is for us to expand. I told you, so far we've reached out to 5 different countries, but now we want to expand to Zimbabwe all over. And we want to also have youth within Zimbabwe who can go onto our platform.
Yeah.
That's why we plan to share with us, our viewers, to have as many youths get in touch with us so they can share their story on our platform. Because it's essential for us to advertise our youth, because whenever an investor looks into a country, they look at the youth of the country. Because he's thinking about the future.
True.
So now our purpose is for us to showcase the youth that we have within and out of Zimbabwe
In a positive.
in a positive way.
Yeah, because our population demography right now gives us a position where the youth are the bigger number. And that positive mindset is what we need to plant as a seed in their minds. So bring up an organization like yourselves that depicts the positive image of a country and showcase the positives that we've already done is tremendous. I've experienced a situation where we have Zimbabweans being celebrated outside the country, but not by their fellow Zimbabweans.
They say a pastor is never
Celebrated his own church, yeah, his own time. Yes.
Okay. Tino Mtsongo, it was a pleasure having you on the program.
It was a pleasure to be on the program.
Tina Sichaipa,
Yes.
it was a pleasure having you on the program.
It was our pleasure being here. Thank you.
That was Incorporate ZIM on Economic Forum. I hope you found this program informative, entertaining, and educative. Good evening, Zimbabwe.